Good evening, and welcome to a very special, very spooky edition of our program. It's Halloween, a night when we expect the bizarre, kids in costumes, teens egging houses, the usual chaos. But tonight, the weirdness has broken free from costumes and candy. Reality itself seems to be having a meltdown. We have stories so absurd, you'll wish the scariest thing you faced was a clown in a sewer. This isn't just about ghosts and goblins. The world has put on a fright mask and can't take it off. Reports are coming in from across the nation, and even Canada, that defy logic. We're hearing about a sudden inexplicable drop in intelligence, polite grand larceny involving the Great Lakes, and that's just the start. So grab your candy corn and settle in. Tonight, the universe is getting creative. A bizarre economic crash, a legislative decision that rewrites time, and a fashion trend that's literally crawling. And through it all, a strange figure keeps appearing. Dr. Phil popping up at the weirdest moments, dispensing folksy, unhelpful advice. This is not a trick. It might not be a treat either. It's just the news. On a Halloween night when the news decided to dress up as a fever dream. Stick with us. We'll be right back, and maybe keep the lights on. Our first story tonight sounds like a dare artificial retardation, or AR, is sweeping the nation. It's not artificial intelligence, it's the opposite. People are getting dumber on purpose. The culprit? A new app called Dum Dum, where users are rewarded for the least possible critical thought. At a Dum Dum influencer house in LA, people compete in idiocy, eating soup with a fork, staring at walls, forgetting their own names. The top influencer, Blank Stare Chad, has millions of followers for live streaming himself trying to put pants on his head for hours. Experts warn this is causing a measurable decline in cognitive function. The app's official statement, a crayon drawing of a smiling potato. The effects are real. Stockbrokers trading memes, surgeons confused by scalpels, and politicians, well, no change there. And just when you think it can't get stranger, Dr. Phil was spotted whispering to Blank Stare Chad, "Son, thinking is just a state of mind. Have you tried? Not?" He then patted a fire hydrant and wandered off. So, a self-inflicted intelligence drain, possibly encouraged by a TV host. It's Halloween. Anything is possible. We'll keep an eye on this story, assuming we remember how. Stay tuned. From empty mines to empty lakes, America has accused Canada of stealing water. Not a bottle, not a tanker, the Great Lakes. We go to the shores of what used to be Lake Michigan. The water's down 30 feet. It's now a mud flat. Satellite images show massive disguised straws running from the lakes to Ontario. Canada denies it, saying, "We're sorry you feel that way. Want a donut?" Their official explanation, thirsty moose. It's the boldest heist in history, blamed on dehydrated wildlife. And of course, there's a Dr. Phil sighting. Coast Guard saw him in a fishing boat, shouting at the lake, "You can't keep running from your problems." He sped off toward Canada, leaving confusion and bad advice. So, Canada may be stealing our water, and Dr. Phil is psychoanalyzing it. What a time to be alive. We'll keep you updated, unless the lakes disappear first. Stay with us. More after the break. Maybe bring a glass of water. From one vice to another, cigarette prices have crashed overnight. A pack of Marlboros is now cheaper than a gumball. At the New York Stock Exchange, it's chaos. Big tobacco is in freefall. Warehouses, trucks, and stores are flooded with trillions of cigarettes. No one knows where they came from. Bodegas are using cartons as sandbags. Kids are trading candy for smokes. The supply and demand curve is broken. Is it a public health victory or a weird prank? And as always, Dr. Phil is in the mix. A truck driver saw him hot-wiring a forklift, moving pallets of cigarettes to shipping docks, muttering, "You can't charge them $15 for their problems. Make unhealthy choices accessible." So a nationwide economic collapse in a multi-billion-dollar industry, possibly thanks to one man's misguided therapy. We'll be right back. Don't light up just yet. More news after this, and maybe a nicotine patch or two. Stay tuned, it's only getting weirder. Promise. If you're just joining us, you picked a wild night. Congress has passed the Work-Life Rebalance and Productivity Act, creating a 36-hour day. Starting tomorrow, the day is 50% longer. 12 new hours called Second Evening. Lawmakers say it's for more productivity, family time, and cable news. The result? Chaos. Companies, schools, and parents are scrambling to adjust. One senator called 24 hours elitist. Another said he'd finally have time to read iTunes terms and conditions. The only no vote came from a congressman who fell asleep. Now we all live in a temporarily stretched reality. 90-minute commercial breaks are coming. And yes, Dr. Phil was spotted in the Senate gallery, giving 2 thumbs up and telling a guard, "People just need more time to sit with their feelings and their bad decisions." The most significant alteration of time in history, cheered on by a man who thinks you solve trauma by telling people to get real. This new longer day already feels like a punishment. We'll see how long we last. More after this. Don't touch that dial. If you can even find it, we'll be right back. Let's lean into the weird. In high fashion, the hottest new accessory is head lice. At New York Fashion Week, lice are the new black. Models sport naturally embellished hair with knits accentuated and lice as living jewelry. Designer scratching combs sell for $500. It's called parasite chic. One designer said, "It's about embracing the struggle. It's raw, it's real. We've reached the end of ideas, celebrating what we used to fear." Drugstores report a run on lice shampoo, not to get rid of lice, but to start a colony. And inevitably, Dr. Phil is involved. A fashion blogger says he told her, "Beauty isn't about what's on your clothes. It's about what's on your head. Embrace the itch. It means you're alive." From that advice, a movement was born. I need a break and a gallon of rubbing alcohol. Stay tuned. More news after this, and maybe a hairnet or a hazmat suit. We're not done yet. The madness continues. Don't scratch. We'll be right back. Seriously. Our next story tackles the housing crisis with a solution only 2025 could invent. Homeowners are leasing homeless people to guard their lawns and provide a rustic aesthetic. Meanwhile, those same homeowners are abandoning their houses to live on the street, calling themselves Trenwomo. Homeowners spelled backward. It's a movement of radical authenticity and post-materialist liberation. In Cleveland, the Johnsons pay Dave, their least homeless person, to watch their house while they live in a box. Dave is saving for a condo. The Johnsons say living in a box is liberating. The social order is upside down. The formerly homeless become homeowners, and vice versa. Is this a solution or a collective psychotic break? And of course, Dr. Phil is at the root. The first Trenwemo says she was inspired by his advice. If you want to understand someone's struggle, sleep a night in their alley. Last night, Dr. Phil was seen handing out blankets saying, "You're not tied down by things. Now who's got a problem I can simplify?" The man is a chaos agent in a sensible suit. We'll be right back. Don't move. Or do. Apparently that's the trend. More after this. Let's call it what it is. The common denominator in tonight's chaos is Dr. Phil. He's no longer just a TV host. He's a free-roaming agent of absurdity. Tonight, reports are flooding in. Dr. Phil is infiltrating hospitals and pharmacies, sabotaging diabetes medication. He's swapping insulin for maple syrup, metformin for Tic Tacs, and leaving notes like, "Your blood sugar isn't high, your expectations are too low." The AMA has issued an emergency bulletin. If a bald man tries to give you a high five and talk about your pancreas, run. He's a one-man pandemic of bad ideas, encouraging stupidity, endorsing larceny, crashing industries, breaking time, making lice fashionable, and inverting the housing market. Now he's moved on to medical malpractice. Is this a breakdown, a publicity stunt, or has he become the living embodiment of our worst impulses? Whatever the reason, he's out there, a ghost in the machine, and the machine is making a very weird noise. This Halloween, the scariest monster isn't under your bed. He's on the loose, and he just wants to talk about your feelings before he ruins your life. Stay safe. We'll be right back. Well, there you have it, Halloween 2025. A night for the history books, or one we should all agree to forget. We've seen artificial retardation, Canadian water theft, and a fashion trend that makes me want to shave my head. Time itself bent. The housing market flipped, and Dr. Phil ran wild. A chaos muppet in a world that needs a Kermit. He's the thread tying this madness together. A simple idea, confidently expressed, and completely wrong. He is the true spirit of this Halloween, a terrifying figure who looks normal but is pure chaos. What's the lesson? Maybe reality is fragile. Maybe we should be warier of TV hosts. Or maybe Halloween is just a free pass for weirdness. With the dawn of this new extra long day, let's hope sanity returns. Or at least that lice go back to being a problem, not a trend. From all of us here on the first morning of our 36-hour reality, I wish you well. Check your medication, check your lake levels, and think before you post on Dum Dum. I'm Jon Stewart. Good night and good luck. You're probably going to need it. Now can someone get me a coffee and a designer scratching comb? It's for a friend.